Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to another edition of the RotoBaller Radio Waiver Wire Series. I'm your host, Anthony Aniano. Happy to be with you here as we take a look at the Week 13 Waiver Wire for some pitchers, starting the week of Monday, June 21st. Guys, don't forget, head over to rotoballer.com and check out everything we have there. The main page, the premium package, the expert chats, you name it, rotoballer.com has it for you. Whether you're a season-long or DFS player, baseball, football, basketball, MMA, esports, NASCAR, PGA, or sports betting, rotoballer.com has you covered. And sign up now for any one of our premium packages, including the baseball for the rest of the year or the upcoming fantasy football season. Use the promotional code ACES and save yourself a little bit of money at checkout just by basically telling them that Anthony Aniano sent you. All right? And guys, don't forget, weekly fantasy baseball is here. If you love the strategy of season-long fantasy sports, yet live for the excitement of DFS, then be sure to try out weekly fantasy baseball contests on Owner's Box. Head on over to rotoballer.com/box and sign up today. Our friends at Owner's Box are hooking you up. All new users get up to a $500 deposit match bonus and a free RotoBaller Premium Pass valued at $99. We'll be hosting weekly free roll contests on Owner's Box as well, which are free to enter with lots of awesome prizes to the winners. Head on over to rotoballer.com/box for all the details and sign up today. All right, folks. Monday, June 21st, week 13 of the fantasy baseball season. Hopefully you already checked out the hitter video out there to grab some bats to help you along the way. Now let's take a look at some help on the mound. Got a couple of starters and a couple of middle relievers who can help keep ratios down and potentially steal a save or two. We start with James Kaprielian of the Oakland Athletics. 42% rostered. The highest rostered player on the list here today, just slightly over that 40% threshold that I usually go by on yahoo.com. Okay, his next start, June 23rd at the Texas Rangers. Over the last 14 days, he's pitched 16 and two-thirds innings with 20 strikeouts. It's 10.88 Ks per 9 innings over the last 14 days. Over those 16 and two-thirds innings, he's pitching to an ERA of 2.7 with a whip of 1.08 and picked up 2 wins along the process. And now on the season, it's really time to pay attention. A, because this is what Oakland does, right? Oakland continues to produce pitching. But B, the sample size gets bigger, and Kaprielian just keeps pitching well. 38 innings on the season, 42 strikeouts. 27% of the batters he's faced this year have gone down via strikeout. His ERA sits at 2.84 on the year, and his expected ERA is at 3.36. So it's real, folks. That's how well he's pitching. Whip at 111, 4 wins on the season, and the number I love the most, and it's what makes him my number one pitcher ad of the week, is a batting average against that sits at only 182. He's pitching outstanding, and he's 42% rostered. A good matchup, a matchup that could produce a lot of strikeouts on June 23rd against the Texas Rangers. Number 2 on the list is Erick Fedde of the Washington Nationals. Under the radar, but another pitcher who's pitching very well, not only over the last 14 days, but on the season. Only 15% rostered for Fedde, okay? Over the last 14 days, 12 innings, shut out my New York Mets the other night, pitched outstanding. Over the last 14 days, 12 innings, 13 strikeouts. That's 9.75 Ks per 9. And in those 12 innings, has yet to give up an earned run. Picked up a victory, and the whip sits at 0.83. Sign me up. Now, on the season, he's up to 51 1/3 innings, 49 strikeouts, 23% of the batters he faces. Almost a K per 9 is what he's giving you. His ERA sits at 3.33. Again, it's a K rate and an ERA that I'm having a hard time ignoring. Expected ERA a little bit higher, 4.04. But he's picked up 4 wins for the Nats. His whip on the season is 115. And his batting average against is a very good 204. Not as good as Kaprielian, but I'll sign up for 204. Next start, June 23rd as well, on the road in Philadelphia. Okay? Logan Gilbert of the Seattle Mariners. If you're looking for the young kid Okay, the most upside potentially due to age. He's a rookie, and that's Logan Gilbert, 41% rostered on Yahoo. Over the last 11 and 2/3 innings, which encompasses the last 14 days, 11 and 2/3 innings, 13 strikeouts, it's about 10 Ks per 9, and an ERA of 1.54. That ERA of 1.54 over the last 11 and 2/3 has helped lower his season-long ERA down to 4.13, and that's in 28 and a third innings. He's got his only 2 wins in the season in his last 2 starts over those 11 and 2/3, and his whip over those innings is 0.94. Now, full disclosure, he's starting. I'm recording this on Saturday the 19th. He is starting later today. So be mindful of that start against the tough Tampa Bay Rays team. And his next start after that should be June 26th against the White Sox. So 2 tough starts for the rookie. And with all the rookies, I'm always concerned he's a 5-inning guy, maybe 6 innings. Not going to go much deeper than that. But Logan Gilbert is pitching significantly better than when he first got called up. He's only at 28 and a third innings on the season, 29 strikeouts, 24% of the batters he's faced. And like we said, that 1.54 over the last 14 days has lowered his ERA to 4.13. The whip is good, 1.13 on the season, 0.94 over the last 14 days. And the batting average against is at 224. The problem I have, he's young, not going to go deep into games. Let's see how he does later today after this video is released. I could have egg on my face over that one. So let's see what happens. And I'm not crazy about the matchup June 26th against the White Sox. A couple of veterans to take a look at. Ross Stripling of the Toronto Blue Jays has pitched very well of late. Now on the season, his ERA is 4.64, and his batting average against on the season is 2.59. However, over the last 14 days, he's pitched 17 and a third innings and given you 19 strikeouts, about 9.87 Ks per 9. And his ERA over those 17 and a third innings sits at 3.63. Okay, nice matchup coming up on Tuesday, the 22nd of June, against Miami. It's a nice little stream option here against the Marlins. Marlins strike out a lot. Duvall, Aguilar, they have power. Could go either way, but the potential for strikeouts is there. On the season, 58 strikeouts and 54 in the third. 25% of the batters he's faced. ERA is at 4.64, so he was high. It's starting to come down a little bit, and he's got a couple of victories. Okay, there's some bad to it. The batting average against is high, but a stream against Miami is not the worst situation in the world, and he is giving you more than a strikeout per inning. And my final starting pitcher, Joey Lucchesi of the New York Mets, forced now to pitch. Now, I watch him when he pitches. He's 6 innings. That's all he is. At most is 6 innings. That's what happens when you're a 2-pitch pitcher. Can't face a team the third time through the lineup. However, since June 1st, his ERA is 1.50. His last 4 starts have been outstanding. And on the season, the batting average against sits at 2.36. His season-long ERA is high. It's 4.46. He got shelled early in the season. He was abysmal in April and May, but he's been terrific of late. But that 4.46 ERA on the season, that expected ERA is 3.53. Tells me he's pitching to a little bit of bad luck there as well. Over the last 14 days, 10 and a third innings, 11 strikeouts, 9.6 Ks per 9, and an ERA of 0.87, falling in line with the rest of the Mets starters who have been dominant this season. Matchup next June 23rd at Atlanta, facing lefties, Freddie Freeman, Ozzie Albies. Okay, but nonetheless, keep in mind it's 5 good innings and could explode at any moment. He's only 6% rostered compared to Stripling, who is 9, Gilbert 41, Kaprielian 42, and Erick Fedde 15. So 6% rostered. He's a deep league. Okay, he's a stream option against Atlanta. Don't expect the world, but he has the potential to give you 5 good innings anytime out there right now with a strikeout per. He's striking out 26% of the batters he's faced this year, 41 and 38 in a third innings. And like I said, June 1st, that ERA, since June 1st, the ERA is 1.5. 2 relievers to be mindful of. Staying at Citi Field, Seth Lugo is off the IL and pitching very well for the Mets. Got a 2-inning save when Edwin Diaz was unable to go. So it kind of tells you he's the guy if Diaz can't go. Now, Diaz has pitched well, in save situations. Cost the Mets the game the other night in a 0-0 tie, but in save situations, Diaz has been lights out. He's still the closer. But Lugo can pick you up a few saves here and there as the Mets continue to play close games. Over his last 14 days, 6 innings, 11 strikeouts. And you know, all season long I've been talking about these middle relievers who give you just enough innings to give you some strikeouts and keep your ratios down. Seth Lugo is one of them. 16.5 Ks per 9 innings over his last 6 innings and no earned runs, an ERA of 0, a whip of 1. On the season, he's got an ERA of 1.13, a batting average against of 2.41, 13 strikeouts in 8 innings so far this season. Now, here's the thing with Lugo. He could go 2 innings, but then he can't pitch for 2-3 days, or they'll use him 2 or 3 times a week for an inning per. He could go anywhere from inning 6 to inning 9 for the Mets. If Diaz is unavailable, I expect Lugo to pick up a save or 2 throughout the rest of the season, filling in for Diaz when he's unable to go due to overuse. And finally, in Cleveland, rookie Nick Sandlin, 1% roster. He's a freebie if you're looking to keep your ratios down. Lugo was at 13%. Over the last 14 innings, Nick Sandlin has pitched 5 2/3 innings with 11 strikeouts. Okay, that's 17.5 Ks per 9 innings. On the year, 26 strikeouts in 17 2/3. 39% of the batters he's faced, he has sat down via strikeout. ERA on the season is 2.04. He hasn't given up an earned run over his last 14. Okay, his expected ERA, and he's the only player here whose expected ERA is this low. His ERA is 2.04. His expected ERA is 1.64 with a batting average against of 0.88. That is complete and utter dominance. Now, the problem with him is with Klass and Karinchak, there's not many opportunities for saves here for Sandlin. He's a true middle relief guy, but he's not giving up earned runs. He's giving you a ton of strikeouts. He's been flat out dominant. His whip on the year is 0.68. Over the last 14 days is 0.71. And because he's not giving you saves, he's really available pretty much anywhere out there. He does have a win. He could pick you up a fluke win here or there that a middle reliever can do. But he is the ultimate ratio-lowering middle reliever that you can potentially get off the waiver wire for nothing. He's not going to cost you a thing. All right? So when I take a look at my starting pitchers and I rank them, I go Kaprielian 1, Logan Gilbert 2, although I don't love the matchups coming up, Erick Fedde 3, Stripling 4, Lucchesi 5 in a desperation deep league situation, and then 2 middle relievers to keep those ratios down, Seth Lugo and Nick Sandlin of the Cleveland Indians. Take a look at them as well. All right, everybody, if you haven't, stay right here on the RotoBaller YouTube channel. Check out the hitter video and all the other great content courtesy of rotoballer.com. Head over there, sign up, use that promo code ACES, and be sure to follow me on Twitter at Aniano Fantasy. All right, folks, we'll see you next week for the Week 14 waiver wire. Stay smart, stay healthy, stay safe, and we'll see you next time. Have a good one, folks.